Hello, my friends, and welcome back. I posted a video yesterday discussing Lithuania. Uh, for whoever doesn't know what Lithuania is or where Lithuania is a country of about 2.5 million people located in the Baltic area. So it's north east of Europe. It's close to on north of Poland. It's west of Belarus and then of uh, Russia. Now in southeast, that's Ukraine. So that's how, and then it's by the Baltic Sea, and then across from it you have uh, the Nordic states, Sweden, Finland, and then if you go a little bit to the west, you meet Great Britain. So this country was, I'm not going to go into its history, but it's very interesting to look at it. It regained its independence after the dismemberment of the Soviet Union in 1991, and since then it's been very, very vocal. I would say very, very belligerent verbally because you can't do anything else. 2.5 million people, a city, uh, towards Russia, demanding this, wanting this, and pointing fingers. It's like never coming to an agreement, or at least when you have a person who I don't know, you don't get along, you sit down at one point and say, okay, man, let's discuss what's going on. Are we going to be like this forever? What's the problem? Let's talk. And we could have different views on certain historical past events. Now, Lithuania is caught in the past. It can't move forward because of the past. It will never move forward towards in this case Russia, which was they were both part of the Soviet Union because of the past. Now it's up to the country. But I'm talking about the reality. It's a small country. Uh, I dare to say not an important country. You Lithuanians, maybe you feel insulted, but look at the size and even at the location. You're by Kaliningrad, and not only, there are other countries that are located in the same area, and they don't show it so much. And then we have also Poland. So Poland and the Baltic states, in this case Lithuania, live alone Estonia and Latvia. Let them. They're very, 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 very belligerent, verbal towards Russia, very, and even the Hungarians and Romanians toned down their rhetoric towards one another, and others like the Poles and the Hungarians, but these guys are just, I don't know, they won't move on, which again, that's their choice, but it's very strange. Poland has a population of what, 37 million, almost 38 million people. This one 2.5 or something, and they are the people, the countries who make the most noise about Russia. So yesterday, the article that I discussed was the young foreign minister of Lithuania, um, who said that regime change in Russia will be necessary for a better, I don't know exactly for what better, because it's not about Putin here. It's about Russians. That's the thing. Lithuania doesn't talk about Putin. If it would be another person over there, still would be Russia. So it's between Russia and Lithuania, not about Putin and Lithuania. So this article goes even further, and uh, they are the tip of the spear of someone else who had to poke, and they're gonna be caught first if that would be the case at one point. So this is from Republic World from today, May 10th, 2022, and this is the title: Lithuania declares Russia's attack on Ukraine to be genocide, calls it terrorist state. So Lithuania calls Russia terrorist state and genocide in Ukraine conducted by Russia. That's their assessment. They can say whatever. It's inflammatory. Is it true? I haven't heard of anybody really concluding after an investigation and pressing charges or anything like that. I'm not talking about investigation, local investigation. Because local investigation is like I commit a crime somewhere and my dad investigates me. You know what I mean. So on Tuesday, the Lithuanian parliament carried a resolution that recognized Russia's conflict with Ukraine as genocide. So as numerous countries are debating on whether to call Russian aggression in Ukraine a genocide, Lithuania has decided to recognize Russia's conflict with a neighbor as genocide on Tuesday. So they're way ahead of everybody else. I don't understand why. I mean, I understand why, but they play with fire. It was announced that on Tuesday, the Lithuanian parliament carried a resolution to recognize Russia's conflict with Ukraine as genocide, with 128 voters in favor, none against, and no abstains. The resolution was carried. It claims that the Russian forces and claims, allegations, possibly, maybe, reportedly. Based on that, it claims that mercenaries committed war crimes in Ukraine, particularly in Bucha, Irpin, Mariupol, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that remains to be seen. Correct? And then we have here, it says here that it also emphasizes the importance of holding all criminals accountable, as well as the establishment of a special international criminal tribunal to examine and judge Russia's crime. So they want an international criminal tribunal. I'm for it. I'm for it. But if this is a serious thing, then we can judge the same thing in other interventions, right? From Yugoslavia, interventions in Iraq, interventions in Syria, interventions in Libya, interventions in Afghanistan. Oh, no, those will not be investigated, only this one, and the Russians should bend over and just take it because Lithuania says so. So, someone says about hypocrisy here. Where is? And then we have here, then we have this gentleman, the Lithuanian foreign minister, Gabrielius Landsbergis. I don't know if Mr. Landsbergis, who's very young, good for him, is related to any other politician ahead of him. I can't remember if that's correct. I think that's how democracy works, I guess. But I don't know. I'm not certain. I can't remember exactly if it was another politician with the same name in Lithuania, and this is the son or something. So it says here, deposing Putin is best way to safeguard the West. This is what this young man said. Well, it's the best way to safeguard the West and its allies from future Russian threats, according to AP News. Now, this gentleman thinks that the democratically elected president of a country is his role to depose somehow, get rid of, and determine who's best for the Russians and who the Russians should vote for. I don't want to hear there's no democracy in Russia or something like that. Well, people go and vote. People count votes like everywhere else. So I don't know. These allegations are allegations. On the other hand, it's not a country or a politician in another country to determine or decide who should lead another country where it has citizens that would vote, and that's against the democratic principle of majority should rule, or at least majority should win, at least in a democratic system. Votes. All right. Well, Russia is a terrorist state engaged in genocide against Ukraine, and Putin must be regime changed out because Lithuania says so. All right. Good luck with that, Lithuania. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.